The story begins with a family living in a village called Langbrand. This family is a family that is quite prosperous. Because of this family there are no sons. So they must be forced to give all their property, all of the place if their father had passed away. As a result of this problem, Miss Bennet hopes that he should be able to marry his children with rich men so that his five daughters can live properly. Finally, he heard the news that there was a rich young man named Charles Bangley who had rent a house in Netherfield Park. Miss Bennet saw that Bangley arrival was a great opportunity for one of his daughters to get rich partner. One time, Mr. Bangley and his guests went to a dance party in this city near Meriton, where at the same time Bennet also attended the dance with their mother. Mr. Quackley Bangley was able to make everyone present at the party be amazed at his politeness. A few days after the dance, Mr. Bangley and his entourage came to Miss Residence Bennet. On the visit, it appeared from Mr. Bangley told Jane that Mr. Bangley has turned into love. Miss Miss Bennet hopes that when Jane gets there, the rain will come down so that it will delay Jane's return and certainly will make Jane stay there and be closer to Mr. Bangley. And the next day, Elizabeth received a letter from Jane stating that she had a fever and could not go home. Feeling very anxious about the news about the news from her sister, Elizabeth went straight to Netherfield to see her sister conditioned and look after her, but the horse only stay and one will be used by Mr. Bennet. And actually Jan feels the same thing but tries to cover it up from the general public. Meanwhile, the two youngest children, Bennett, Catherine, and Lydia, actually occupied themselves by visiting Meryton to see about the soldiers in there. And one day, due to miss a pleasure, Bangley against Jane, so she invited Jane to visit her house in Netherfield. Hearing this, Jane's mother was very happy with the invitation and told Jane to want to visit Netherfield. And finally, Jane visited Netherfield. At the same time, Miss Bennet hopes that when Jane gets the rain will come down said it will delay. And the next day, Lady Catherine and the next day, they were often invited to the residence of Lady Catherine de Bourgh, who was also the aunt of Darcy. The Elizabeth often paid attention to Miss Catherine de Bourgh, who reportedly would be paired with Darcy. Elizabeth and Jane immediately returned to Longbourn, and at almost the same time, Miss Bennet was in London, looking for Lydia. They all thought that Lydia and Mr. Wickham is married. After a while, Mr. Gardiner, Elizabeth's uncle, gave news to the Bennet family that he had found Lydia and Mr. Wickham, and asked Mr. Bennet blessed their marriage with several conditions. And finally, Mr. Bennet also gave his permission. After that, news of Mr. Bangley was heard to Longbourn. Mr. Bangley also visited Mr. Bennet and intends to propose to Jane. At the time, Darcy accompanied him, and after expressing his feeling back to Elizabeth and proposing to her, Elizabeth finally gladly accepted the proposal. Finally, Jane and Mr. Bentley is married as well as Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy. They live happily in Mr. Resident Darcy at the Pemberley house.